we're about to turn the mic over for some special time.
That's right. So we're going to continue with the awards, y'all, and honoring some very, very special people. And this morning is no different. So we're going to ask a special guest to come up to do an intro. We have two young people from Ferguson. They had to dip out and get back home, but their words are going to be felt here this morning anyways. But we have an incredible, incredible substitute. Milo, you want to step up on the stage, brother, and share a little bit? Y'all give it up for Milo.
Yes. Yes, oh, you want to use?
Testing.
My name is Milo. I'm here on behalf of Indiana Evers and Mahalan Smith Hyde sharing their words. Good morning. We want to give greetings to everyone. The time we spent and the people we met made this a beautiful experience. We thank you all for having us. I first met Angela Turigliatto in 2019, attending the Innovation School at Cool Valley, located in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm glad you didn't turn out like Miss Trunchbull, but instead Miss Honey. Angela Turigliatto is a founding advisor for Innovation High School, established in 2019. We call her T. She has shown and acted what Big Picture is all about, not only for her own advisory, but for others. Thanks for trying to continue our school even when your day one's left. I've seen and felt how much you enjoyed making a difference. I speak on behalf of Advisory T. Thanks for the support you give on and off campus. T, you went above and beyond for your advisory. You've become a second mom to us by the love and support you gave us through our journeys into adulthood. Having your hand to reach for when I need is one of the best things innovation has given me. We gratefully appreciate you and are honored to be handing you your flowers while you cry. T, your aura is so beautiful. With a breath of fresh air, you deserve everything positive that comes your way. As you draw and paint your future, we will be with you, refilling your love with laughter and jokes. Your light is inspiring. You will shine bright in whatever room you walk into.
Yeah, through the tears, they already knew, because T's a crybaby, so. Thank you. I have to begin at the source and give all praise, honor, and glory to God for this life He has entrusted me with. I am not this version of myself without Him, and for that I am so grateful. Next, my husband, John, who has been with me, oh here, I gotta get the picture. There he is. He's been with me for it all. We met about a month into my first job in education way back in 2002. So this award is as much yours as it is mine. You've been there for every change I wanted to make, all of the involuntary transfers that were forced upon me, and you empowered me to walk away from toxic and unhealthy positions, supported our family, allowed us to do amazing things. You've shown up for me and my students at every single event possible over the last 23 years, from building and driving homecoming floats to transporting literal tons of clay, playing the part of Santa, best day, repairing broken laminators, and using your own beloved vehicle to teach students how to change tires. And if Indiana were here, I would give her a shout out because we're still driving on those wheels that she changed because the boys got distracted by basketball. When I got the job as advisor, you willingly opened our family to 15 more teenagers, and then 15 more for the class of 24, and 11 freshmen this year. You continue to be there for them, whether it's bowling, going to dinner, paying for emergency housing, or scouring junkyards for parts. And also, by the way, Indiana still needs a door. I absolutely could not have maintained the stamina to do this work without your prayers, your love, your support, and your unwavering dedication. You are my favorite. I love you. And you all met our son Milo. Our daughter Nina is unable to be here today because she is living her big picture life, not as a big picture student, but just embedded in who we are, following her passions. She aspires to open a summer camp. There she is. And so she works at camp. She's a lifeguard. It's her 4th year. She's only 17. She started working as a dishwasher at 14. And so she's there. She couldn't take away. But this is also for her. To our children, Milo and Nina, I want you to know how loved you are by your father and I. You have grown up through all of these changes and have sacrificed your own time and energy for this work that I have signed our family up for. I strive to be better every day for you, and while I don't always succeed, you continue to be there for me, and you love me anyway. You both have contributed to the culture of Advisory with T, and I love how you care for my students, how you build your own relationships with them. You two are my greatest accomplishment, and I'm so excited to see what your future holds. I love you both very much. Okay. To the coworkers that have impacted me over the course of my career, thank you. Every experience, both positive and negative, has helped shape the educator that I am today. A special thanks to the original team at the Innovation School of Cool Valley who devoted their best efforts to building a community of love, rooted in the idea that every voice matters and students should be at the center of their education. One student at a time. We actually did that. To my founding principal, Sheila Carves, thank you for trusting me with so much, for believing in me and every wild plan I ever had. Thank you for loving our students as your own. We miss you and are looking forward to seeing you soon. To Beth, Sharon, Matt, Ebony, Tanisha, Melanie, Aaron, and Kelsey, no one will know the number of extra hours you put in as we worked day in and day out that first year to build what we did. Thank you all for listening and helping in every way you knew how as we navigated the unknown. To Miss Yvette, thank you for the gift of your friendship, your constant prayers for me and our students, and for always having a listening ear and a calming presence. To Keith, Annalise, John, Alexis, Rose, Brandon, Tall Nick, and Average Height Nick, I could not have survived this last year without you. I share this award with each of you. To Mr. Tim, I send a special thanks. And an extra prayer because he's burying his mother today. You always looked out for me, and you hold genuine interest in how our students are doing. You made our building literally shine, and for those who know, I forgive you for that extra slick floor. We love you, Tim, and expect to see you at the next Advisory with T meetup. I also need to thank the BPL staff who have supported us for the last 6 years. Where's son? I can't see anything. We absolutely could not have gotten the things rolling if not for the time, energy, and guidance you provided in those early weeks, months, and years. Thank you for your guidance, your reassurance as we worked hard to build. Cynthia. You got to see us at our absolute worst. And I am sorry for that. Thank you, however, for standing with us in truth, for encouraging us to keep going even in the face of certain defeat. Some amazing work has been done for our young people over the course of the last year and a half that you've been with us, and I am certain that without your presence in our space and support via email, text, calls, and dinner discussion, we could not have been able to accomplish what we did. Thank you, friend. To my students and their families, you are the reason, oh, here they go. No, first day, freshman year, after we got back from COVID. Senior year, and then graduation. Those were the OGs. We did everything. And then I had the privilege to be the senior advisor for 1 year for the class of 2024. There they are. And our little baby Eclipse, the little kitten that a student found at her bus stop and brought to school in her hoodie pouch. We bottle fed, we wiped her butt. She lived in a pack and play in the classroom, came home with me in that backpack every day. And she lives at our house now, so yeah. And then this is was my freshman crew. I finally started over with freshmen, but I'll go back to sorry. To my students and their families, you are the reason that I show up every day. I thank you for trusting me, for believing in me, encouraging me, and supporting every request as we walked through this work together. I can't begin to describe how honored I am to be a part of your educational journey and grateful to be family with each of you. To my middle school bestie, Dr. Benita Jameson, I thank you for introducing me to big picture learning. Your complete confidence in me to do all the things is overwhelming and greatly appreciated. You are the reason I'm a part of this work. I'll never forget your words to me after you attended Big Bang in Atlanta. You were at the house for a barbecue, and we were talking, and you described the main components of BPL, and then you said, Angela, you would make a fantastic advisor. I guess you were right. The role of a BPL advisor is absolutely what I was made to do. My entire life and the experiences that I've had prepared me for this work. The people that raised me and formed my worldview were big picture by nature, we just didn't know it. I grew up in the small rural town of Owensville, Missouri, population 2,000. I lived there until the summer between my 6th and 7th grade when my parents divorced and I moved with my mom to the St. Louis area. This split childhood between city and country is who I am. I got to experience it all, swimming in creeks and catching lightning bugs at the Nix's farm, as well as attending Cardinals games and visiting the Christmas displays at St. Louis Center. Some of the major tenets of BPL are embedded in who I am and how I approach being an advisor. My mother demonstrated the importance of community service during my childhood as she facilitated unique and meaningful opportunities to give back through our participation in church activities, AFS exchange student programs, Girl Scouts, and 4-H. I use this example to arrange both school-wide opportunities like the FMSC Mobile Pack event and the Trash Bash, as well as advisory-specific work like sewing drawstring backpacks for school kids in Zambia and packing necessities bags for the unhoused to be distributed while on the internship routes. My maternal grandparents helped foster a sense of wonder and exploration as they gave me experiences in the city, such as live theater, new and interesting foods, museums, and travel. I've basically been going on Leave to Learns my entire life. And I tried to take my students to all the places that they took me, places like the Arch, Lone Elk Park, the Butterfly House, and Creve Coeur Lake. And it was always such a sweet time because I could just remember being there with them and then having those same shared experiences with my students. My grandmother, Leota, demonstrated grace, forgiveness, and the ability to make something out of nothing. As a self-trained artist, born and raised country girl, she showed me how to be grateful for what I had, how to use that position to bless others, and how not to hold a grudge. Well, I'm kind of still working on that one. This foundation has given me the peace and patience to stay calm in intense situations. And well, maybe not all of the time, that one either, but I promise I'm trying. And my dad is one of the most knowledgeable high school graduates on the planet. He is the poster child of real-world learning. He's going to be laughing when he sees this video. Real-world learning and student-driven education. If you want to discuss the internal combustion engine and how to fine-tune a carburetor for maximum performance, he's your guy. Or if you want to discuss the geological formations of the American Southwest, he's good for that too. He also likes to read scientific publications and could hold his own in explaining string theory. He has read, discovered, and experienced a lot about a lot, and that influence lives in me. This upbringing and breadth of knowledge makes it easy for me to visualize connections and know where to go and who to talk to gain more information. I love you, Daddy. Each of these individuals showed love and care for me individually, and that truly has impacted my ability to prioritize one student at a time in my approach to advisory. 6 years ago, I was in Detroit, Michigan at my very first Big Bang conference. A newly hired advisor in the Ferguson-Florissant School District, the founding team and I had been working all summer transforming an idea into a new and functioning high school program, and Big Bang was the affirmation I needed that we were on the right track. I hope some of you are having those same feelings today as you prepare to go back to your school buildings. Each day since then, each and every day since then, I have devoted my time, energy, resources, and every single favor that has ever been owed to me to develop implement, and support the students of the Innovation School at Cool Valley. I have written, deleted, and rewritten my remarks about 1,000 times, trying to find the balance between what I want to say, what I'm currently feeling, and what is actually going to be beneficial. I'm honored beyond comprehension to receive this recognition, and while it fills my heart with joy and validation, I am also in a space of deep and heavy sadness. This previous March, the Ferguson-Florissant School Board voted to close our school, despite having 100% graduation 3 years straight. Conversations were had, meetings were held, misinformation was shared, and plans were implemented, all without the voice of the ones who had been doing the work since June of 19. That's me. Here's some advice aimed directly at all district leaders. Don't do that. Don't make moves without involving those who are most significantly impacted. If you have people who have dedicated their lives to a school or program, lean into their knowledge and expertise. If you don't know who those people are, find out. Stop sending surveys asking for input on decisions you have already made. If you have no intention of listening to the stakeholders, quit pretending that you care what they say. Now, if you do want their input, right? The input of the policies that affect the people, ask them how they would solve the problems at hand. Listen to what they say and act on their suggestions. To administrators in the room, be brave, bold, and consistent when it comes to what's best for your school community. Students, their families, and staff are depending on your leadership to cultivate a safe space of love and learning. It is your job to lead, but that doesn't mean you should be doing it alone. Share that work with trusted, like-minded individuals who will devote their time and effort to make this happen. We are depending on you. To school staff members, be encouraged. None of us are in this alone, even if you might sometimes feel like you're on an island. And I know, son knows, I often felt that way. I hope this week has demonstrated to you just how many folks are out there doing the work, the hard, difficult work of disrupting systems that weren't designed with the best interest of every student in mind. Before you leave here, gather names, collect numbers and emails, follow each other on the socials, and most importantly, ask for help. I can almost guarantee that any struggle you might be going through, someone within the network can relate. They may be facing the same challenge currently, or they may be on the other side of it with some sound advice. Sound advice. Either way, I promise the community is here for you. I want to encourage you to also ask for help outside of the big picture community. Talk to your friends, neighbors, associates, former students, and strangers. Yes, you should talk to strangers. The more connections you can tap into, the more opportunities will be available for your students. To the students and alumni out there, especially my Advisory with T alumni, keep going. Set goals and take intentional steps to achieve those goals. No matter your current position in life, there is a way forward. Talk to trusted adults for guidance and just take it one step at a time. We believe in you and are here to support you. Danny, Nasir, Christian, DeAndrea, Indiana, Corian, Romeo, Ethan, Evan, Landon, Zach, Tony, Mahalan, Jam, Tyshonda, Nelly, Vaughn, and Chase, class of 23. Tiana, Eli, Will, Jaden, Nye, Ace, Amari, Diamond, Mickey, Eric, Space, Ja'Cory, Darius, and Christian, class of 24. Wilmaya, TJ, Malia, Brandon, Arrow, Jeremiah, Elias, Jameson, Noah, and Dylan, class of 28, but at a different school. I love y'all so much. And I'm sorry I couldn't keep the school you helped build going. Know that I will never stop telling your story, so you need to keep writing it. Finally, to Dennis and Elliot, thank you for daring to take a chance 30 years ago on this radical idea that is big picture learning, and for continuing to work diligently toward building this movement. Carlos and Andrew, we look to you to carry this torch into the next 30 years, and we are excited to see what current big picture student might be there in 30 to take the handoff. That's kind of all I have to say, except for this one last point. If anybody wants to fund it, I already have the designs in my mind for a new big picture school in St. Louis. We could, okay, I'm just saying. I think the name has a good ring to it, the Met Midwest. I mean, I'm just saying. Thanks.